Welcome back to the 2013 NWCA Cliff Keen Division I National Duels here on Fox College Sports. We're in Columbia, Missouri. This is 174 pounds in the final round. Missouri and Purdue. For Purdue at 174. It's freshman Chad Welch from Newburgh, Indiana. He's unranked. He'll take on Todd Porter, the senior from Missouri, from House Springs, Missouri, who's ranked right around number 11 in the country. And Porter has 2 points right away as we are 35 seconds into the first period. Porter going to work, trying to get some back time, trying to roll him. And Welch does a good job to get out of there. These two wrestled before with Porter winning 11-5 earlier in the year. And there's an injury timeout. Injury timeout for Purdue.
You know, it's good to see Porter come out and get a takedown right away. Sometimes it's difficult coming, off a loss. Like he just lost to Josh Asper. Tough loss right at the end of the match. Sometimes you come out a little sluggish because you're beating yourself up. You're feeling a little sorry for yourself, and you kind of, instead it looks like you came out with that quarterback mindset. That you just got to have a short memory and concentrate on the task at hand.
And Welch is still down. And it looked like he was either holding his side or his hand. Maybe his rib cage is what's the problem.
Yeah, it looks like a rib cage for me.
While we have this break, we'll remind you the 2013 NWCA Cliff Keen Multinational Duels are brought to you by the Marines, the Few, the Proud, also by Cliff Keen Athletic, Built for Life, and by the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And Welch is back up, and he is going to be on the top as Todd Porter at 174 pounds is going to start on the bottom. And here we go, 2:04 to go in the first period, 2-0 in favor of Porter. Welch on top and Porter on the bottom. Porter trying to get out of there. He's almost out, he does, and it's a reversal for 2. That'll make it 4-0 in favor of Todd Porter. Good maneuver there by Porter to get out.
Yeah, he sank down, grabbed the leg, did a real good job of staying fundamental and sound.
80 seconds to go in the first period. The riding time is to 40 for Porter. Porter trying to get him on his back. Welch doing a good job of staying on his stomach. A minute to go in the first. 4-0 in favor of Todd Porter. Porter working. Trying different things, isn't he?
Yeah,
you can see it.
He's staying on his toes, keeping them flat. Still working for stuff. I'm really impressed with the way he's been riding.
Still 4-0 Porter, 25 seconds to go in the first period. There's a stall warning on Welch. And Porter trying to roll him, trying to get him on his back. Short time now.
Yeah, I think he's kind of rushing it a bit because he's got that short time.
2-1, and that'll be the end of the period. Good period to open up with for Todd Porter. So Porter with a 4-0 advantage and also 1 minute and 53 seconds of riding time. And Porter chooses down. He's going to go down, and we'll see what Welch does this time. Welch on top, but Porter's out with an escape, 5-0. And here's where Porter can get those extra points.
Yeah, he's still really pushing the pace. You can see that that's what he's going for. And like I said before, it's great to see that in an athlete because he's doing it for his team, he's doing it for his coaches.
He's in on the leg, near the edge of the mat. They'll go out of bounds. Go back to the middle, no points. Still 5-0 in favor of Porter. And as you mentioned, Porter took a tough loss in the semifinals to Josh Asper in what was really a good match.
Yeah.
Asper got him.
Yeah, it was a great match, a lot of action. Both guys were in on the legs.
2 points there on the takedown from Todd Porter. Went in on the single leg and finished it off. Halfway through the second period, it's now 7-0 as they'll go back to the middle. Good job by Todd Porter.
Yeah, it was real heads up by Porter, kind of try to suck him back into the mat as he knew the guy was trying to get out of bounds. He saw the out of bounds.
You know what? And Todd, you talked about this. This is one of those times, too, where Porter's still trying to get his ranking up to make sure he gets one of those spots in nationals.
Right. Yeah, when you're ranked right there in the 13, 14 area and you want to cross over into that top 10 threshold so you can solidify yourself a seed at nationals so you're not drawn into the bracket as opposed to actually having a seed and knowing where you're at in the bracket.
Welch got up, escaped for one, and then he went in on this shot. No points yet. But now there's trouble and 2 more points for Todd Porter to make it 9-1. 15 seconds to go here in the second period. The riding time is up to 2 minutes and 15 seconds as we wind it down here at the end of the second. 9-1 in favor of Todd Porter with 2 minutes and 18 seconds of riding time. And Chad Welch is going to choose down. And we'll see if Porter cuts him. Yep. He will. That's an escape for one to make it 9-2. Porter a little awkward right there. But now he's in again. Another 2.
Again, that's just Porter pushing the pace, really trying to pile on the points and not to be arrogant or anything. It's just that he's been taught to wrestle 7 minutes no matter who he's wrestling. And he's training his body to do it and wrestle hard for 7 minutes because he'll know where he'll have to against the Josh Aspers and the top guys in the country.
It's now 13-3 in favor of Todd Porter at 174 pounds. Porter of Missouri with a 10-point lead. And he's got to nearly 3 minutes of riding time. As we have 1 minute and 10 seconds to go here in the third. Welch not trying to do anything. They'll go out of bounds and go back to the center with 58 seconds to go. The riding time is at 3 minutes and 4 seconds for Porter.
I think Porter will probably let him go here and try to get another takedown.
Yep, good call. That's what he does. It's been successful. He's been letting him up and then taking him down. So that makes it 13-4. Porter looking for the shot again. There's a stall call, 1 point for Porter, because there was two stall warnings on Welch, and then 2 more points, which makes it 16. Now he's trying to get him on his back. Porter's got him on his back for a second. No points. 16-4 in favor of Todd Porter.
Trying to work just one turn here, help him get that tech fall.
Yes, he's got it 7 seconds to try it. Short time. That's going to do it. At 174 pounds, Todd Porter of Missouri wins 17-4, and that makes the score Missouri 19-9 over Purdue.